Imagine this, a powerful CEO, sitting in her glass-walled office high above the city, her voice sharp as she tells a reporter, "I don't need men." Her words echo across social media, becoming headlines, turning her into a symbol of independence, ambition, and strength. But what no one knew, not even her, was that a simple whisper from a little girl would change everything she thought she knew about love, family, and the meaning of success. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this story if it touches your heart. Because sometimes the most powerful stories aren't about money, power, or status, they're about the quiet moments that transform lives. She was Amelia Grant, the kind of CEO people either admired or feared. Her life was a machine of endless boardroom meetings, sharp suits, and late nights filled with glowing screens and signed contracts. She had built her empire from scratch after being abandoned by a fiancé who didn't believe in her dreams. Since then, her motto had been simple, "I don't need men." And in her world, she didn't. She trusted no one but herself, and she had convinced herself that was enough. But life has a way of cracking even the toughest walls. Every night, when the skyscraper emptied and silence replaced the chaos of the day, a janitor named David would sweep through the building. He was quiet, unassuming, his hands rough from years of labor. But he never complained. In fact, he carried himself with a kind of dignity that made him seem out of place among the gleaming floors he cleaned. No one paid him much attention. Except his daughter. Her name was Lily. 6 years old, big brown eyes, hair tied in messy braids. She often sat in a corner of the lobby with a coloring book, waiting for her father to finish his shift. She had lost her mother when she was only a toddler, and since then, David had done his best to be both parents. He worked nights so he could walk her to school every morning. To the world, he was invisible. To her, he was everything. One night, Amelia stayed late, too busy to notice the clock. Her office lights glowed in the dark tower as David and Lily walked past. Lily's crayons spilled, scattering across the polished floor, and Amelia, of all people, bent down to help pick them up. For the first time, the CEO and the janitor's daughter shared a smile. It was small, almost forgettable, but Lily never forgot kindness. Over the weeks, Amelia began to notice them more often. She'd pass through the lobby and see Lily drawing. Sometimes, the little girl would hold up her pictures, flowers, stars, sometimes a sketch of a woman in a suit. "That's you," Lily said once, her eyes shining. It caught Amelia off guard. She wasn't used to being seen in such a pure, unfiltered way. The real turning point came one rainy night. Amelia's car service was delayed, and she found herself stuck in the lobby with Lily while David finished up. The little girl tugged at Amelia's sleeve and whispered, almost shyly, "Can you be my mommy?" The words pierced Amelia's heart like nothing ever had. She froze. She, the woman who needed no one, who built walls higher than her skyscraper, felt those walls tremble. Lily didn't care about her title, her power, or her wealth. She only saw someone who could fill the emptiness in her small, fragile world. Amelia tried to laugh it off, but the innocence in Lily's eyes stayed with her. That night, lying awake in her penthouse, surrounded by luxury yet utterly alone, Amelia realized something. She had spent her whole life running from hurt, from betrayal, from vulnerability. She had sworn off love because it had once broken her. But what if love wasn't about power or weakness? What if it was about connection, about being needed? And needing someone in return? Her encounters with Lily became more frequent. She started leaving her office earlier, sometimes walking with them to the bus stop. She learned about David's sacrifices, how he worked double shifts just to keep Lily in school, how he had given up his dream so his daughter wouldn't have to give up hers. He never asked for pity, never asked for help. He simply kept going, step by step, broom in hand, love in his heart. Slowly, Amelia's heart softened. She offered to sponsor Lily's education, disguising it as a company scholarship. She invited them both to a charity gala, shocking her board when she arrived not with an investor or a partner, but with a janitor and his daughter. And for the first time, Amelia laughed that night, a real, unguarded laugh, as Lily twirled in her little borrowed dress. But not everyone was happy. Whispers spread. The CEO with the janitor? Some called it reckless. Others mocked her. Old fears resurfaced in Amelia's mind. The fear of betrayal, of being judged, of losing everything she had built. She nearly pulled away. Then one evening, after a particularly cruel article surfaced in the press, Amelia sat in her office ready to retreat back into her shell. Lily came up to her with a drawing, 3 stick figures holding hands. "That's you, me, and Daddy," she said. "We're a family now, right?" Tears spilled down Amelia's face.